Hey guys, welcome back to the Pine Box Perspective. So today I want to do two things with this video. I want to talk about water carry options when you're using a fanny pack as an EDC or micro go bag. Okay, and I want to do a 1-year review because I've been carrying this thing for at least a year every single day, and I want to show you what I learned. Okay, so first of all, I typically carry this as a sling pack on my back. Normally I just throw it over my shoulder. Now I did a review on this, or actually just a video, several months ago, and I've been carrying it for a long time now just to see if I can make it work. And this is normally what I had in mind. So I tried a sling pack a long time ago, and it was kind of a larger pack, like your average size backpack, and it just felt uncomfortable because the more space you have, the more stuff you're going to put into it. So I wanted something smaller that was going to kind of hang with me, and this actually worked pretty good. Okay, now you bigger guys, this is let all the way out, and I'm about a medium frame, so you bigger guys are not going to be able to do this. Okay, but normally I just throw it over my shoulder and not my head, and I throw it in the truck, and I go to the workplace and I get in the work truck. And so I wanted something small and convenient. Okay, the main reason I started out doing this was because I typically carry a 1-gallon Coleman water jug that I drink out of, and I carry a lunchbox. Okay, so I didn't want to, you know how when you're getting ready to take your wife and kids to a family member's house and your wife packs the car up, and when she's done, it looks like you're going to the beach? I'm not trying to do that every single day. You know, I want what I need and what I want to have on me, but I don't want to have so much stuff that it just takes up so much room, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to do, because then you're going to end up not doing it. So anyway, I really like this pack. It's worked out pretty good for me. I can wear it like this, and you notice how, like, when you buy a new car and then you notice everybody else that has that same car after you've been driving it for a while. So I noticed a lot of people lately have been carrying fanny packs, and they have these smaller packs that go like this. They're called I guess crossbody packs, but you can wear this front, back, and also on your waist, front and back. So that's 4 ways to kind of wear it, and then you can throw it over your shoulder or carry it in your hand. So it's like kind of 6 different grab options, I guess. You know, I liked it because it didn't take up a whole lot of space, and it's made really well. There's one problem though, and that is water. What do you do with water? You got all your EDC gear in here, your survival gear and stuff, but where do you put your water? And so that's kind of the main reason I'm doing this video today, is I've come up with a few water carry options over the last year or so, and I'm finding myself trying to balance out, it's firearm or water, you know, where does it go? So we're going to drop down on the table and check this out. Okay. All right guys, so as far as the 1-year review, I've got to say this has worked out extremely well, like I said, except for the water part. Maxpedition products, everybody knows they're excellent. They're a little pricey. You could say that it's kind of worth it because these things last like 10, 15, maybe 20 years or whatever. I've got a lot of their products, and I have never had an issue. In fact, I've got one of their packs that had mesh water bottle holders on the side, and when it came to me, it already had a malfunction. It was like a tear. It never tore anymore, and I didn't bother sending it back because I needed a pack at that time, and it never tore at all any more than what it already was. So the way they sew these things, the material it's made out of, the ballistic nylon, all that stuff, guys, they are kind of worth the money. I really wish they were just a little bit lower in price, but that's just kind of how it is. So I always wait for the buy one get one deals. Okay, but this has worked out extremely well. I've got one of these. My wife carries one of these, a black one, every day as a purse with a gun in it and everything else that she needs. So you got your front pocket here, and I usually throw some quick grab stuff in here. Right now I've got a frameless slingshot in here and a little bit of ammo, okay, in your front pocket. And it's a shallow pocket. Now keep in mind, Maxpedition is really good with their organization. The problem with that is you're adding more fabric and a little bit more weight, and your organization kind of gets in the way of other organization when you start packing it full like I typically do. So what I've been trying to do is shrink down my gear, trying to make everything smaller but still big enough to be handy and usable. So when you go to put things in here, like I've got a headlamp in here, and so I've got some stuff out here for quick grab. This little pocket in here gets kind of hard to fiddle with. So you got to find something flat to put in there, like say some gauze or some bandages or what have you, some wet ones, you know. So you got to kind of think about that when you're organizing a pack. But this has worked out really, really well for me, and I really can't. I would recommend this to anybody who can make it work for them. One of the other reasons I'm doing this video is I'm going to kind of move on to something else as far as my EDC summertime go bag kind of thing. This is mainly for my work carry. The reason for that is I need a place to put my firearm while I'm working, and have it ready to where I can take it out, put it on my person, and then have a pack with my stuff in it so I can go if I need to in any kind of given situation that you might need to do that. Okay, so that's why I'm kind of moving on from that. But this is going to be my hunting and fishing pack. Okay, this works out really well if you're bank fishing, trout fishing, walking through the streams, or sitting in a tree stand, or just kind of walking with the different ways that you can carry it and things like that. So that's what this is going to be. And I will say this too, the YKK zippers on this thing, it's true what they say, they get smoother the more you use them. Okay, so like I said, I've been using this thing every day for at least a year, and it's worked out really well. One thing I don't really care for, but I do use it because it's there, is the little bungee cord on top. Most of the time, the only thing that goes in there is, say, a toboggan or a pair of gloves or something I could just pull off real quick, and it's not going to go anywhere. Anything hard, like if you got a stainless steel bottle you want to put on there, it's not going to stay, it's going to fall off. I'm not going to do that. And also, they got this little thing here, it's supposed to be for a flashlight. I'm not going to do that because I know I'll lose my flashlight. I'm just not going to put it on there. So if you could find something else to go in there and that works for you, that's great. Okay, moving on to the main compartment. Okay, you can fit a full size, or well, the last time I did this video I had a Glock 48. Okay, didn't really like my grip placement on that. I've got long fingers, and so it changes my grip, and I'm just used to your standard Glock thickness, I guess. So concealed carry holster, inside the waistband holster, Glock 19 will fit down in this main compartment. And also you can put, there's a little back pocket in here that you can put a spare magazine or two in. Okay, and then there's a little mesh pocket in here that, in the front side of that I find to be just pretty much useless, and I said I was going to cut it out, but I never did. Okay, but anyway, so that main compartment is what you're going to be thinking of if you're going to carry water or a firearm. Okay, now for you guys that don't have to worry about that, maybe you work in a different setting where you can carry your firearm on you, or maybe this is not like a work thing for you at all. It's something that you can put your firearm and all your other wallet and other EDC stuff on you, and you can grab this with your other essentials in it and go, you know, in town or whatever you want to do. That would work really well. Okay, but you're going to have a problem still carrying water. So there's like an Nalgene thing. So let's go ahead and talk about what you probably don't want to do. Okay, you could take a carabiner and you could hook this to your belt. Also, I put one of their roly-polies on there, dump pouches. Why not? It fits on there. But you could clip this, you know, to the belt and have that swinging off of you. You could even keep it empty in case you run across some water and wanted to fill it up and had to go. You could do that. Nobody's really going to want to do that. You could do it if you had to. Okay, but this will not fit in the main compartment. It's just not going to happen. A couple other options. Okay, so you could take something like this, like a life straw, and you could put it in here. The problem with that is, for me, I want to be able to carry water on my person. I drink a lot of water and I like to have it ready, you know, when I need it. This is an option. Okay, you could have this in the bag and you can grab it and go. And if you don't have any water, maybe you can find something to drink out of. Also, with the I've got a Sawyer Mini set up here in a Ziploc bag. Okay, and this will actually fit. There's a back panel in here. It goes against your person, and I usually try to save this for, you know, flatter stuff like you know, a map or some spare bandanas or something like that. This will fit in there. You could do it that way if you wanted to. But again, I'm not, honestly guys, I'm not real big on the water filters, okay? I'm not going to get into that discussion, okay, with the microns and the sizing and all that stuff. It's just, in my opinion, I'd rather just boil something and go, or use a chemical agent to purify my water, okay? And you could definitely do that. So in this pack, what I've done is I've started using Altoids tins and Ranger bands and all that stuff, and just making my gear smaller and smaller and smaller. So I've got a fire kit that's an Altoid tin. I've got a boo-boo kit that's in an Altoid tin. And then I've got, you know, a tourniquet and some gauze and tape that go in these little pockets and things like that. And that's just kind of how I've done it. I'm just trying to make my stuff smaller and smaller, more handy, more usable. I'm more likely to use it. So these are two options right here if you want to go that route. Okay. One other option that is going to be an option that probably most people don't want to do is you could go with one of these bottle holder things, and this is a smaller one actually. This is a Condor, and it was like, I want to say 20 bucks, and it seems to be made pretty well for the money. They're a lot less expensive than the Max Editions. The only thing is it will hold a water bottle really snug, but if you've got like one of the Pathfinder sets that I have, the water bottle with the nesting cup, the lid, and the little stove stand, if you cram that down in there, you got to really work to get it out. I mean, the bottle's fine. And I've done that with this, and just put the lid on top and the stove stand on top, and you can get it out a lot better. But when you go take the pot out, you know. So anyway, if you're not trying to have an entire canteen set up on this pack, which you probably shouldn't because it's small, I'd consider that. But you could take this with the straps on it, and you could put that on the belt and have, you know, whatever you want. If you want to have some kind of woods belt kind of thing, okay? Again, something that you could do, but probably don't want to. Now, I've got two more options here as far as carrying water in a fanny pack, and actually there's one more that I don't have because I decided not to do it. The collapsible water bottles that are made out of silicone, it's like an accordion, they come in and out. You could do that, and I actually considered that because at one time on these front little panels here, I had a grenade pouch on each side. That I had a fire kit in one and a shelter kit in the other, with the don't die in the woods, you know, Mylar tarp things. So okay, so moving on from there, I decided not to go that route because there was actually one that was shaped like a grenade, and I thought it'd be kind of cool in the grenade pouch, but that might draw some unwanted attention from an idiot, you know. So the Nalgene 32 ounce collapsible water canteen, guys, these things are pretty tough. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a 1 gallon that I've had for a while. You can scrunch this thing down, fold it up, and it will fit and stay on the top portion here on your bungee. And again, this is an option that it doesn't have water in it yet. It's if you find water, okay, you can cinch that down on there and have that on there. It's kind of goofy, but it might work for you, you know. And you may be able to fill this up with water and get it through here if you're wearing it on your front, you know, side. I'm not going to do that. It may slip out. You could probably restrain it somehow. It's just not worth it to me. Okay. Now, another option is if you got your Spanker Elite bottle strap here that will pretty much fit any kind of bottle. You just adjust it. You know, you could take the large strap, slip it through the little flashlight tunnel section, snap that on there, and you could have a full-size water bottle resting on top of the pack. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's going to be sloppy. You could do it. No matter how you carry this thing, you could do it. I don't like that either. It's just not. I like for things to be tight and compact and everything. You may not care, so that's another option. These things are 12, 15 bucks on Amazon, something like that. So, and this one actually matches the pack pretty well. So, what I have come down to with this, if I'm carrying a firearm in the main compartment and I wanted to carry a decent way to have water and purify water and maybe cook a little bit of food or whatever, is I bought one of the M34 Scout canteens from Self-Reliance Outfitters. Okay, you've got your, this is 18 ounces. Okay, that's not a bad amount of water. It is sort of a flask shaped canteen. It comes with a really well built cup. These things are about 45 bucks. Okay, you might not want to do that. I thought it was a pretty cool little piece of gear, and I'm going to do some more stuff with this on other videos. So I figured, you know, why not? I really liked it. It's kind of an oval shaped canteen. It's got the bat wings on it. This does come with a black strap that goes over here, and it only goes down one time, and it's got like a sort of a Fastex buckle on it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that that strap does not work. The side of it, you can slide it out very easily. It's not going to keep your cup in your bottle or whatever. You can put it in the spanker, but you got to modify the spanker. So the spanker has a loop up here, and this is where the bungee cord used to be. And you would have a bottle in it. I'm not going to do this right now, but you slip the bottle down in there, and the bungee cord obviously has a tab on it right here, and you would pull it over the lid of your bottle, wide mouth or whatever. This does not have much of a cap on it, so it will not hold that way. So what I did was I dropped down to inside some of the molly webbing here inside the spanker. I doubled it through twice, tied a knot in it, and there's another loop on the end of this tab here. Okay, so what I can do with this is I can take the bottle and the cup, and let me put it in there. One cool thing about the spanker is you can pretty much outfit it to any bottle. You might just have to think about it and add to it, you know, but there's always an option. Okay, so now you can take the bungee and slip it over the lid here, okay, and attach it. You have to put the carabiner through that loop, and it will hold it like that, and it will not go anywhere. It won't slip out the sides or nothing. So, and I'm working on a strap or a couple of strap ideas for this that I will do in the future. Okay, but you can snap this off, and you could use drink out of without taking it out of this entire rig. Okay, it's not ideal, but it's better than nothing. It's an option. Okay, and that will go right on top of this, and it's not very big, but it will kind of mess around a little bit. Okay, so those are my water options for a fanny pack. None of them are really ideal, but it's a fanny pack. You can buy fanny packs out there that have water bottles on them, and then you've got this giant rig, and at that point you might as well be carrying some kind of a backpack or a sling pack or something else. Okay, but all in all, you can take this gear, especially if you've already got this pack. You can work with these items. You can come up with something, but it's just not ideal. Okay, so with that being said, my I'm going to say summertime go bag or my EDC kit is about to change, and you guys are going to have to wait for another video on that. I've got a portion of it. I'm waiting for something else to come in the mail so I can do a video on that. But as for the 1-year review of this pack, super solid. Recommend it to anybody. This is a really great fanny pack. But like I said, this is going to become my trout fishing and sitting in the tree stand pack, because I can just, in the tree stand, I can just have it rested right here. I can get what I need without making a whole lot of movement. Same thing with fishing. I'm not a fly fisherman, so I use a really small Shimano 500 series open face, and I just keep a small little thing of, you know, like a plano kind of, what you got, rooster tails. Sorry. I use mostly rooster tails. They work for me. But anyway, I can grab those out. I can put my multi-tool in here. And you know, you've got your elastic webbing and things in there. You can put different tools in and stuff. So this pack would be, it is really great for that and for hunting. But as far as like an everyday thing, like I said, I stuck with it. I tried to make it work. Guys, I drink a lot of water. I like to have at least 32 ounces of water on me. But this works pretty well, especially in the wintertime when you're sitting in a tree stand and you're not exerting yourself too much. This works really well. So I could just use the cup and the bottle, or just the bottle, slip it down in the main compartment, which is what I did yesterday when I went hunting, and it just sits right in there. And I've got room for, you know, a couple snacks and things like that. So guys, something to consider. And you know, I hope you really enjoyed this. It's not a bad setup. It just, if you're trying to dumb your gear down and make it simple but still have enough stuff, the fanny pack just doesn't cut it for me. And especially for extended travel, you're going to need something a little bit better. So but if you work, you know, 10-15 minutes to 30 minutes away, you can probably work with this. And honestly, guys, if you're not worried about water, you might be in a city situation, you know, where you're like, oh, okay, something happened here. I could probably stop and get a bottle of water. I've been in areas, especially when I was driving trucks, that if I would have broken down, it was possibly hours before I saw anybody or any kind of building or house or anything. So, and that's, you know, walking. So I like to have an option of getting water, especially in a wooded area or something like that, and, you know, just boiling it. So, you know, fire kit, stainless steel water bottle, just stuff like that. This has been a really good pack, and I'm still going to use it. But just, it's going to have to go. I'm going to have to do something else. All right. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. And stay tuned for my next EDC, which is coming soon. All right. All right, guys. Take care.